Hello, it's Milton here again with my second music reaction video. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Milton. Up until recently, I lived in a very sheltered community in Michigan's Upper Peninsula called the Sibling Brotherhood. Our leader, Brother Brad, didn't allow us to have much interaction with American popular culture, any popular culture. Movies, we were limited to just seeing some old musicals. We did listen to some popular music. I'll get into that in a minute. Just overall TV shows, everything like that. I'm 43 and I've actually experienced very little. Now, a short time ago, our community was broken up by the DEA because of some activities Brother Brad was doing on the side. I've come to live with my third cousin Daniel. I'm staying here while I get myself on my feet and get myself into, American culture, a real adult life for the first time. Part of that is experiencing lots of, like I said, music, movies, TV shows, books, comics. My cousin Daniel has a lot of that stuff here. And his two sons suggested I do these reaction videos so people could see me experiencing these things for the first time. I started with the original Star Wars trilogy. Recently I listened to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. That was a song I had heard in, let's just call it an altered version by Brother Brad, who said that he was actually the one who wrote it. I didn't believe it then, and now I really don't believe it since I've seen the Queen version, the real thing, and it was spectacular. Today's an interesting one because I'm going to be seeing the Beatles' first TV appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. Now, unlike Queen, unlike Star Wars, unlike a lot of things, I've heard the Beatles. I know the Beatles' music. Brother Brad called them one of the three pillars of music. The Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and Casey and the Sunshine Band were the three that he held up, and so I've listened to a lot of Beatles music. I know it's John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I know that John and George are no longer with us. And I know the music very well. Out of those three, they were actually my favorite. Here's the thing, though. I've never seen them. I don't really know what they looked like. I could run across Paul McCartney today, and I'd go right by. I wouldn't even know him, even though I know his songs. So that's why my cousin Daniel suggested I go back to the beginning and see their first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, which he said was a big deal. Like, everyone in America was watching to see who these guys were. So I agreed. It sounded like a pretty natural place to start. So that's what I'm going for today. So let's check it out. What is that sound? Wow, look at them. Oh, that's not what I pictured. Oh, so I know it's Ringo back there drumming. I'm gonna have to look up who the other ones are. Look at them go. I do like this song a lot. It is one of my favorites from the early days. What is that sound? I don't mean them singing it. Is that people screaming? I mean, it sounds like girls screaming. Is girls screaming? Wow, look, okay. So is that sound, it sounds like girls screaming. So I'm assuming, was this part of like their shows, like they'd play and like girls would scream like that? Again, I'm having a hard time here because I'm just very excited to be seeing them for the first time. Again, I know this song really well, but to watch them play it, I'm a little dumbstruck. I'm not talking maybe as much as I usually would, but let's just pick it up from there. Okay, so it is girls screaming. I mean, look at them. Wow. Oh wow! Okay, she doesn't look that. I mean, look at the look at the guys standing behind them, though, like older guys. I mentioned that I hadn't heard people screaming for music before like that, and that's not entirely true. I guess it's a little different, but Sister Helga was the person who was responsible for, the kids in our community, our schooling and all that stuff, which more on that ridiculous schooling later, but Sister Helga would sometimes scream when music was played, but it was different because she had some sort of like ear damage or something. And certain tones and certain notes actually put her in like big physical pain. So she'd like for certain songs, but it wasn't because she was excited or happy. It was because it was just cripplingly painful. Interesting note, you know that chord at the beginning of A Hard Day's Night, you know, the bam, it's been a hard. If she heard that bam chord, she'd actually wet her pants. If I had to guess, I can't get over the screaming. I'd say it's George in the middle, because I know George sang less songs than Paul and John. So my guess is Paul and John are the two guys with the mics. I'm not sure which though. Look at that. This is, I have to tell you, I didn't imagine them looking like this at all. I thought of rock and roll people, like their clothes a little, like, I mean, they're wearing ties and hair longer and stuff, so this is, wow. Well, that was fun. I've now seen the Beatles. I know as time went on, their music changed and their appearance changes and how they did things changed, so I'm very curious to look into that as time goes by. In terms of what's next for me here, my next video that you see here is going to be a continuation of me watching Star Wars movies. I'm going to go all the way back, well, kind of to the beginning with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I'm going to check that out. I also have a couple, things that have happened in my life that I'm going to share in that video, get into some of the new things I'm trying out, and some developments on some stuff that I've talked about in earlier videos. For now, I'm just going to say I really enjoyed seeing the Beatles for the first time. I'm looking forward to discovering more music. Let me know down below what else I should be listening to. I've gotten some great suggestions so far. And of course, also make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this. As these videos go on, I'll be telling more about my journey into becoming a regular person. So for now, thanks for checking it out, and I look forward to seeing you next time.